How you guys been? Been busy. You're about to see part 5 of the world of pool and billiards. Dedicated almost exclusively to the break. How do you guys think I can't break because I don't put it on YouTube? There's a reason for that. Hey, I think I actually explained it in this video. But anyway, enough of my yakking. Let's get on with it. Peace.
Yeah, man. It's like that swooping thing. Like I'm aiming down, right? And right when I pull back, you know what I mean? But you have to do the arrow thing. But right when I try not to slow down as much in the break, you know what I mean? Because I still want that momentum.
Yeah.
But I'm aiming down, and I aim like one tip above top.
Just so you get the
And
hop?
sometimes the hop, yeah, or I'll do like a tip above and maybe a half a tip over to the right. You know what I mean?
So you're trying to park the cue ball in the center of the table. Have you worked on the cut break at all?
No. I'm terrible at that.
I have one video that came out really good on the break. I'll link it right up in that corner, or one of these corners. I can't tell because, like I said, my monitor's switched around to where it looks like this is my right hand, but it's actually my left hand, and it looks like this is my left hand, but it's my right. I got that mirror thing, and I can't figure out how to address that. You don't have that issue on Skype, so if we do this again, we'll try Skype. But yeah, the break is the thing that separates good players from really, really great players. And it separates the pros from the other pros, where any of those guys can win a match or a tournament if their break is going. If their break is not working, they're not going to. Whoever has the best break in the tournament is going to wind up winning because they can all run out.
Yeah, I've noticed even sometimes if he's getting all the good breaks, then he'll try to copy him, and he'll say, "Okay, I'm gonna go from the side, or I'm gonna go from around the box." Or
This is what a lot of people don't like about 9-ball, because whoever's break is working, when you get to that level, they're gonna win.
Yeah.
But you know, the guy that practices his break the most is Shane Van Boning. He works on it the most, and he usually wins these tournaments. And that's really the only thing separating him from Orcola, Pagulayan, Efren, and all the rest of them. He's got a phenomenal break, especially in 10-ball.
He said, Shane said on a old video, he was like, "What made me, get so good at the break?" He was like, his grandfather told him, he's like, "You're good at playing pool, but if you can park the ball in the center, then you just, you got it going for you."
That's correct. Shane got knocked. They went to a tournament somewhere a couple states away. Shane got knocked out, and his grandfather said, "We're going to go home." His grandfather owned a pool room, and we're going to go home. We're going to do nothing but work on the break, and you'll know when you get it. So Shane worked on it, I think, 4 days straight, hours and hours a day, and he finally figured it out, and now he never looked back after that.
It's possible to do, but to do every time, that's just hard, man.
I know.
He's got that almost down, like every single time. You know what I mean?
I know. Even Shane doesn't nail it every single time, but he nails it more than other people do.
So absolutely. Yeah.
It's the key with 9-ball, because if you're breaking and parking the ball in the center of the table, and everybody knows this, your chances of having a shot on the 1-ball are increased greatly than if you let that cue ball loose. And it's just I think it's the hardest part of 9-ball. Maybe not, not one pocket, of course, and not, well, you could say the same thing about 8-ball, but Not so much. In 9 ball, it's all about the break.
Very right.
You'll see when you get to that higher level, and a lot of guys look back and regret not working more on the break when they were younger and they had the opportunity to do it. They worked on everything else except their break.
Right.
I don't know. It takes a lot of work, I can tell you that. It takes a super straight stroke. Just stick with it. You got a perfect opportunity right there because you have your own table. You look kind of funny going out to a pool room and break for 3 hours straight. People start looking at you like, "Yo, dude, are you okay?" So, plus it's a pitch too because you got to rack the balls over and over and over and over, and that takes.
Yeah, Shane, I think he would have friends or something who would rack him for him at one time.
Yeah, that's what me and Donnie used to do. But even that gets boring. It's like, okay, well, let's move on to something more entertaining here.
Right.
But we should work on it. You can make it entertaining, and I really recommend watching that video because it suggests ways to keep you from being bored. You can make a game out of it with yourself, and you can rank where you stand with the pros and how they're breaking. And I'll show, but it deals mostly with the cut break. I used to slam balls. Me and Mark had this conversation where I used to just haul off and slam them, and that was popular up till about 10 or 12 years ago. You just weren't a man if you broke soft. But
Right.
but the mentality that started changing when the guys who were breaking soft were winning these tournaments. It became all about money. You can say that all you want, but when you go home broke and the other guy's going off to the next tournament with $20,000 in his pocket, you start thinking a little bit different about it.
Absolutely.
I don't work on both of them. I still love to haul off and break the balls as hard as I can run out. I can run out over and over and over. I don't put my break on YouTube because I don't want.
I've noticed that we're gonna ask that sooner or later.
Mhm.
But
Well, I had this dream about bringing everyone who watched my videos loyalty up to where I'm at right now, or without the break, minus the break, and then closing my page off to just 1,000 legitimate working pool players, and then go over the break and refine that, and that would get them out there winning these tournaments.
yeah, I'm probably about to bust out the sticks here in a minute. I'm gonna try to. Maybe you can. Hopefully, you can see from this angle.
Now you're trying to park that right hand wing ball in the corner, right? In the right hand corner.
Okay, yeah, that's the three. The three always goes there.
Yeah, that's what you want. That's what you're trying to dial in. Every table's different. If you hit it too short, you're breaking too soft. If you come up too long and hit that side rail first, you're breaking too hard. So you got to find the happy medium. You with me?
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
So just pay attention to that 3 ball and the cue ball. All right, I was watching your stroke, so you're gonna have to rack him again. But if that hit the bottom rail first, then you broke too soft. Your shoulders dropping on the brake too. That's why you're having trouble controlling.
Oh,
The screen cleared up a lot. It looks a lot better.
oh yeah.
Yeah. Put that 3 ball on the wing again, because that's the one that's easiest to see. You got a little too much shoulder movement. Lock that shoulder up, Jake, like you're flexing for the girls on the beach.
All right, brother.
There you go. That's the speed you need. You hit it a little bit off to the right, but we were working
Yeah,
on.
definitely
But
took off with a lot of cup.
that's the exact speed you need to duplicate every time. Now imagine if the cue ball was in the center of the table. You got a shot on the one, you can get on the two, you can get on the three. Everything's good. You should be out.
Yeah.
But that's the speed you need on that table. And the speed of every table is different, so you're going to have to adjust this every time you start playing.
That felt better too. It felt better locking up, like you said. That just felt a lot better.
Yeah, it'll be more in control.
After time, but I don't. This don't need to be as loose on the break. I guess you know what I mean.
Uh-huh.
I always thought like the looser, you know what I mean. But
Well,
every single
it's all about
different.
it's all about control. It's hard to duplicate a loose body over and over and over again. So just make sure your arms tight, your shoulders tight, and now just try to hit it more square at the same exact speed. And this is difficult, man. This takes a lot of work. It's hard to duplicate the same exact speed over and over again. Now just focus on hitting it more solid, but with the same speed, and get that shoulder tight. There you go. That one, I believe it hit the side rail. So it was a little too hard, and your shoulder's just a little too loose on it, and you're bobbing a little bit. And you want to come up on it. You're breaking hard, and you're breaking apart. So you're staying down until that final stroke, and then you're coming up with it. Your whole body's coming up, but your arms staying tight, like that.
Huh.
Just don't lose control of your body. Yeah, watch Shane break real in slow motion, and you'll see his whole body. This is the only shot you want to jump up on ever. Now this time I'm going to watch the rack. I think you understand what I'm saying. So we're just dialing in your speed right now, and the control of the cue ball. Perfect. With the speed, you cut the cue ball loose, but the speed was. I think you got the speed down. It's all about controlling that cue ball now and hitting it solid every single time. But if you can make that wing ball and control the cue ball, you should be out, Jake.
Can I compare my 8 ball to my 9 ball real quick?
Yeah, sure.
I just want to see what I'm doing different in that than what I'm doing with this. Besides just being in the middle of the table, I want. I just want to see what I'm doing.
What is it you're trying to do different in 8 ball?
I don't know. I don't see myself trying to park the ball as much. I just want to spread the piss out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's the
I
key.
just want the cue ball to come off the table.
It helps to keep it center table, but chances are good it's going to get hit by another ball, or but your chances of having a good shot will be better if you keep it center table. a better shot and be able to run out. So you got to do both. The only thing different is you're not trying to make that wing ball, you're just trying to scatter them balls out. One of them will go if you do it right.
Well, it hopped up, but then it came back.
Yeah, I recommend keeping your cue. Although your body's going to jump up on the break, if you do it right, keep your cue down on the table unless another ball's going to hit it. Because your whole cue came up that time. It was a good break.
I got up too quick. I didn't stay down.
Yeah, stay down on the table for as long as you can. I mean, your body's going to jump up, but keep your cue down. It looks like a good spread. Did you make a ball? I'd be out from there.
Yeah, I didn't make one. It spread like hell, but if my opponent knew what he was doing, he could get out right now.
Yeah, he'd
You know
be
what I
out.
mean?
Yep. There's a couple problem balls, but they're workable.
Right. Eat again. Stay down.
Keep your cue down. You can jump up on your body. All the pros do it. Just don't make it a habit. You don't want to jump up on your shot. You want to stay down. And there's still a little bit more movement than necessary in your shooting arm.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely need to fix that problem.
You got to make it like a machine. Just imagine your body's a machine.
The Iron Man.
There you go. Still body movement, Jake. Keep it still. There you go. There it is. Hey, you got to get that stick down. It came up again.
Woo! That felt better, but movement, yeah.
Your stick came up again. You got to work on that, keeping it down. But it was a good break.
As soon as I go like that, I basically like get away.
Yeah, you're jumping up and your stick's coming up with you. Try to keep that stick on the table, and it'll train your body to do everything else right, including aiming. Unless the ball's going to hit it, then you have to get out of the way.
The biggest thing, man, getting up.
And keep your body perfectly still until you're shooting that final stroke. And tighten up your shoulder too. And try to hit at the same speed that you need to pocket that 3 ball on the side in the corner.
That makes sense.
Perfect. Oh, that was a great break. You got a shot on the 1? Yep, you can make that 1. You can get on the 2 too. That was a good break.
Yeah. I could cut it over there and cue ball run over here, make two here,
Yeah, I would
four
just
there,
stun
five
it over.
here.
Yeah, you got this.
But that felt a lot cleaner too. That felt better. That felt good.
You parked the
That
cue
felt
ball. You had the cue ball in the right spot. I think it got kissed by another ball. If that didn't happen, you'd be out right here. You got a little bit of a tough shot on the one ball, but other than that, if you can get by the one, you should be out. That's a yeah. I'm gonna replay that for you in the video so I can show you what you did right there.
thank you. Thank you very much.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Because I need to know what's good and what ain't.
Yeah, so you can keep repeating what's good and eliminate what's bad.
Exactly. Thank you, man. You're the man with the plan, brother. You're right. My body gets kind of wiggly, and I start trying to do way too much more than what I'm trying to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But
just
I
a,
guess you're right.
a little too loose.
Hey, at the same time, man, I really appreciate all this, man, because a lot of other YouTubers, they wouldn't give a damn. You know what I mean? They think they're, the best shit in the world, and they could care less. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? I really
sadly.
appreciate all of
I really care about the people who come by and watch the channel. I want to see them. I've got nothing to lose by them guys getting great and just becoming great players. I want them to be great players because I know the struggle that they're dealing with trying to get better and not being able to do it. The whole reason I started that part of my channel was to help people get through that. Because I know people to commit suicide because they couldn't get any better. So I decided when I had an opportunity to reach back and help somebody, I was going to do it instead of just keep taking and taking and taking and taking. I wanted to give back. Because if everybody just comes in and takes and nobody gives back, the sport goes empty. There's nothing in it.
Here's that.
Anyhow, that's my little speech for today.
Nothing wrong with that, man. Like I'm gonna be doing this all damn night long now, man.
Yeah, work
I'm gonna
on
try
it,
to
man.
practice. Do
If
the
you,
same thing, get my body still. Practice all damn day now, man.
remember, flex that shoulder and keep that body still while you're stroking. Don't go bobbing. There you go. You got it. The
I
cue
lost
ball.
control though, kind of went over there,
Yeah, the
but
cue ball got away from you, and you just put a little too much top on it, but and you hit it on the right hand side of the cue ball. So and that's why it didn't go where you wanted it to go. But yeah, just keep practicing it. I would hit it center ball for as hard as you're hitting them, which isn't too hard.
I'm not putting too much top or too much top right, or I'm doing something that's not consistently.
You're accidentally
You think
putting
it could
English.
be? You think it could be too much top?
On that break, it was because I saw it curved. It went forward and it curved right before it went forward. So that means you put accidental right and too much top. But other than that, the speed was perfect. Your body was perfect. Everything was perfect. You just didn't hit it where you wanted to hit it.
This is flipping awesome, man.
Yeah, you got home lessons for free.
Yeah, dude. Like I said, I only Max Everly. He gave me like a couple words. That was about it. You know what I mean? He's like, you got to pay for lessons, dude.
Max is a good guy.
Mm-hmm.
He's a little weird. He's crazy as hell, but
Oh, Uncle Max the Stash Everly.
yeah, I think we're all kind of a little bit crazy.
Yeah.
If we weren't crazy coming into this game, it's going to make us crazy.
You think getting a lighter brake cue, I could be able to have more control too as well?
That's my whole philosophy because if you're really braking hard and you want that cue ball to jump up and park, um, it's about the speed of the cue ball. It's about the speed of your stroke, and I can get way more speed on a 17-ounce brake cue.
At 19, I feel like I'm doing more
Yeah,
slanging, you know
it,
what I mean, than I
try
need
it,
to.
try it, and see what happens. Um,
I'm gonna break. I'm gonna break with my 18 out right here. I'm gonna try this.
all right, let's see how that works.
I've never tried doing it.
See if you can get the tip of your cue down on the table. You want to end with the tip of your cue on the table. That'll help everything about it. It'll help your aim, your follow through, and everything else.
So you mean like when I get through with the stroke, it should be like that?
When you get
Like,
through with the brake, yeah, but it's going to be extended way more. Try to extend it to like the third diamond, or even past the third diamond. You want a long follow through on the brake. And yeah, keep your tip down. Your body can come up, but just keep your tip down. Your body looks good right here. Are you aimed right?
Yeah.
There you go. Good. That was more of a cut break, but everything else, I was watching I wasn't watching the balls, so I don't know if the cue ball got away from you. But everything about your body was. If you can keep repeating what you did with your body, it's all about your aim at this point. Yeah, you're just hitting them bad.
Yeah.
It's
That's all it is, man.
just your aim. It's all there is to it. Go ahead and rack them again. I want to see something. Shoot for center cue ball.
Okay. Complete center. Okay.
Complete center, yeah. Keep your body still. Lock up your shoulders. Stay down and keep your stick down on the table. You're still letting it get away from you. That was just your aim.
Where am I aiming at the one ball? From where should the one ball be aimed?
Just a hair right of center.
Okay.
Just a hair, but it's still a full hit. The only reason it's a hair right is because you're moved over a little to the right. I said hit it hair to the center, but that's only from my view. From your view, you're hitting dead center cue ball because you're trying to park that cue ball, right? You just want the
Okay.
cue ball
Yeah.
to bounce back a little bit and stop.
That's all I want. Yeah.
So if I'm standing to the left of you, dead center of the table, to my view, it's a hair, you're hitting a hair to the right, but that's my view. From your view, because you're breaking from, you're hitting dead center one ball. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So just because I'm from my view, it's a little bit a hair to the, but the cue ball's round. You're hitting it dead center, but from where I'm looking at it, it's to the right a little bit. So just go for dead center right now if you want to park that cue ball. Now, if you're cut breaking, it's a whole different story because you want that cue ball to come off and hit the rail, side rail first, to let all the other balls get out of the way, and then draw back a little bit to center table. That's a whole different ball game. But if you're just, and I really recommend working on that, and I'll link you to that video to explain everything. I just wanted to clear that up. And when you're getting down on the ball, when you're getting down on the break, you should be seeing the line from the cue ball to that one ball as you're before you get down on it. You should be visualizing that line to hit dead center on that one ball, and you should be getting down on that line. You don't want to get down and then figure out where you need to aim.
Okay.
This would make more sense to you if I was with you, so I could just show you what I mean. But look where you want to hit that one ball from where the cue ball is. You want to get behind it and step back a little bit, and then step into it, and then get down on that line. Okay? You see what I'm saying? And just make that a habit to get down on that line, keep your body still, keep your shoulder pumped, and then stay down.
I'll hold that thought right now. I'm about to try that.
It's a lot to remember. Yeah, back up a little bit and see the line from the cue ball to the one, dead center hitting that one ball. And then get down on that line. There you go. Oh, that was real good. You just had a little too much top on it. It bounced back. You hit it full, but then it started going forward. So instead of parking, it had too much top on it, and then it started going forward. That was a great break, though.
Hopefully this cleared up a lot of things for other players, not even me, that
Yeah.
struggle with the same.
Yeah, that's kind of the point to these videos. So I'm helping you, and I'm helping everybody else too. Everybody wins.
Yes, sir.
You're just putting a hair too much top on it. Yep, get down on that line. Keep your body still. Keep your shoulder locked. Follow through. It's a lot to remember. And keep your Q-tip down on the table. And shoot for dead center ball. Well, that was real good, but the one ball screwed you. You'd have a problem with the one ball. But it's all good.
I that's sometimes a problem. If I do get center ball, and sometimes I do get the cue ball around the center, and I still have a problem sometimes.
Yeah, the one ball's rolling a lot on this table. It should just be rolling down to one of those corner pockets. In your case, because you're breaking from the right, the one ball should be somewhere around that left-hand corner pocket right next to you there. Somewhere around there, yeah. Because if the cue ball's at center table, you're out. That's an out rack right there. But for some reason, the cue ball's just rolling away. It probably just got knocked. That's just bad luck.
Yeah, I'm going through some things, man. Going through some things.
Yeah, we are.
You're telling me to basically all, you know what I mean? It's just not and I try to imitate exactly what you're saying.
Well, it's a
And I'm
lot.
just
I'm throwing a mountain of information at you. It's going to take you a little while to absorb it if you keep working on it. Because I believe you're not far from breaking through and kicking everybody's ass. That time, I think it drew back. I couldn't tell because the screen got real blurry again.
I made 3 balls on the break, but I'm still pissed out of luck on this rack. Huh?
You're still not controlling the cubo. I think it actually drew, so that time you put too much bottom on the cubo. You got to find a happy medium there.
I need to slow down my final stroke. I think
Try it.
my final. I'm about to really.
It's all about control. So if slowing it down helps you control it, then good. But you still want to make that 3 ball in the corner. Otherwise, so you're making a 3 ball. You're controlling the cue ball, and you're controlling the 1 ball. You can't control any other ball. Not with this break. Yeah, see, you drew that one back. That drew right back below the side pocket. That was more like a cut break that got away from you. You could see that one had top on it too. You might be standing just a hair too far away from the table too. See, I couldn't see your stance in the other corner. Now I can see your stance. It's going to be hard to be balanced with your stance there.
Do I need to compact the legs more, or spread the legs out, or?
Well, I don't know. I'll pay more attention to it. It might just be the camera angle, but it seems that you're a little too far away from, just a hair, just like 3 inches too far away from the table. So yeah, well, you might wind up compacting your legs, putting them a little close together. Just make sure you're balanced. If somebody walked up to you and shoved you, you shouldn't move. Now, if you fall on your ass, you're doing it wrong. If somebody just walked up and pushed you, you want to be able to resist that. Yeah, you might be a little too far. Just try to move just a little closer, just so you're hitting the cue ball a little further back on your back. It was a good break, but the cue ball got away from you. Now, if it was a good, look at the shot you got. You can play that billiard. Well, you're going to have to play the billiard. You won that game, but you were lucky to get it center table and have a shot on it. You don't want it to be about luck.
Now it's getting all out of whack.
Yeah, you're just rushing it a little bit. That was a great stroke on that. Your wrist twisted a little bit, but everything else was great. You just need a little guy.
Yeah, I wish we was in. You know what, man? I swear, dude. You was closer. It would be 10 times easier, man. If you lived near me, man, I would definitely have linked up with you, man. Yeah, now I'm just rushing. I'm not even thinking about it. I need to slow down the roll here.
Yeah, you're just not fluid. Now remember to get down on that line. And if it looks wrong when you get down on it, stand back up and try again. I think you're going to master it because you take this serious, and that's half the battle right here. I can't teach anybody anything if they're not going to practice it, if they're not going to work on it. But I think your game's going to go from here to the moon if you just keep working on it and working on the right things. A lot of people think they're working on it, but all they're doing is banging balls around and creating the same old bad habits. But you're willing to break those habits, and I mean that's half the battle of becoming a pool player is just be willing to learn and be open to it.
See, I kind of had to go back to the basics, man, when I first started. When I seen myself getting a little bit better, you know what I mean? Because I knew that I had a lot of things way off, way off. You know what I mean? I was learning from. They say you need to learn the right way first instead of learn the wrong way, and then have to come back later and break all this.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Most of us learn the wrong way and just get frustrated with losing and then try to figure out the right way. But now you're breaking all these bad habits. You're not just learning. You got to break all the crap that you thought you were doing right, but you're doing wrong. And that's hard to do.
Absolutely, man. This is it's interesting, man. But at the same time, I need to get this. I need to get a more consistent break. That's all. That's really, you know, that's all I want to do, man. All I want to do. All I want to
You'll get it.
do. Or
Just keep working on it.